Today is December 25th, 2022. January 1st, 2023. Today is January 7th, 2023. Current physique update. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is my health, wellness, and fitness update for week 12, also 11 and 10 as well. Right around the holidays, between crazy hours at work and out-of-town guests for for Christmas and New Year's, things were really hectic. I went ahead and still did my weigh-ins, but as far as making complete videos and uploading, it just became really difficult, practically impossible for me to keep up with that. So I'm kind of combining the last few weeks into one video. The last update was week 9. The weight at the time was 312.8. For week 10, I went up to 315.1, it looks like, or 315 even, rather. And then, unfortunately, week 11, which would have been weighing in on New Year's Eve, it was 325 pounds. And then, of course, this current weigh-in, 314.6 for January 7th. So, obviously, there was some fluctuation there. So, from week 9, basically, to week 12, through the holiday season, I was able to maintain my weight for the most part. I am just under 2 pounds heavier than I was kind of at the start of the holidays, festivities for me. So obviously there was some big fluctuations. A lot of that had to do with carb intake, just food choices in general, high sodium, high carbohydrate foods. So at the end of the day, most of that was water weight. So I don't feel so bad if after all the all the holidays go by, that 2-3 week period, if I only gained like 1.8 pounds or whatever, I'm okay with that. That's not terrible. I guess, truth be told, we'll find out where I'm at next week. I was 314.6 this week. For next week's weigh-in, hopefully I'll be closer to the 312 mark again. I also have an update for you. I went and did my update on A1C at the doctor's office. So when I started this journey, like, a few months ago, I don't know, whatever it was, the first video, week 1 of this whole series, my A1C was 6.4, so technically type 2 diabetic, or, right over the cusp of being type 2 diabetic. The good news is it went from 6.4 to 5.9, so I am in the normal range. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely in the normal range. I'm sure I'm still super insulin resistant, but that's great progress considering I haven't really stuck to a diet ongoing. I've still consumed carbs, in some cases like the entire week, just in moderation. One thing I can say is during this whole period, I have learned what carbs tend to spike my blood sugar more than others. Rice, beans, potatoes seem to be horrible for me. And if I eat like beans and rice, like kind of what started all this, or at least made me aware of it, really is terrible. Other things like corn tortilla tacos seem to be like not a bad deal. Oddly enough, I can eat like 2 packages of ramen noodles and within 2 hours have a normal blood sugar, or at least be under the 140 mark that they look for 2 hours post meal. So it's kind of odd how some carbs work, work out okay and others don't. The goal is to still keep trying to stay low carb, get into like a keto carnivore predominant diet. So that's going to still be the plan going forward. I do want to start implementing more fasting, or fasting maybe with a twist, we'll call it. So I have some ideas that I want to give it a try, but before I go into great detail on that, I want to go ahead and see if it works, see if it's sustainable for me. It is going to be kind of more of a drastic protocol or diet, I guess, kind of protocol. I just seem to do really well, kind of doing things a little, I don't know, I'm all or none for the most part with everything. I've been doing really good over the last few months. So I guess this all started more or less basically the middle of October. So from the middle of October until now, I've definitely moderated my food intake. I've been able to control my blood sugar much better, as it reflects in my A1C score going down 0.5 points or whatever, or percentage, or however it's measured. It says percentage, but I don't know, whatever. So obviously I'm doing some things right here. There's things I could be doing a lot better. I'm not exercising regularly at all throughout this whole entire thing. I haven't really been consistent with any kind of physical activity. I'd like to change that and get really going on upping the physical activity. And then, like I said, I'm going to try to be a lot more restrictive on diet and include more fasting aspects to my diet, at least Monday through Friday. Again, I'm going to try it out next week. Well, it's going to be 2 weeks for you guys because everything's a week behind. This whole filming and posting the following week is definitely the most beneficial way for me to go about giving these updates. So you're actually seeing like the update from 1/7, but you're going to see it on like 1/14. So, but next week, which you'll see in 2 weeks, I suppose you'll find out how the new diet protocol is gone. I can tell you for the upcoming week, I have no plans to do anything drastic. I'm just trying to keep things moderate and try to look for that 2-pound-ish weight loss, which will put me back to where I was prior to the holidays. So other than that, there's no other real news. I didn't fall off the wagon and ditch the whole idea of getting healthy and in shape. Like I mentioned before, and in the very beginning, my focus is truly just on getting healthy and have quality of life and increased longevity. Those are all things that mean more to me than, I guess, getting in shape. So anyway, that's kind of all I have for you this week. The best news, obviously, being that my A1C dropped into the normal range. So I'm going to keep, that was actually really motivating. I guess throughout all of this, I've been tracking my blood sugar with a glucometer. I haven't had what I would call normal blood sugar. You know, I still deal with like the dawn effect or higher blood sugars in the morning. You know, I can go to bed with a blood sugar of like 102 and I still wake up with something in like the 120s or something around there. So I haven't had a whole lot of great morning blood sugar readings. 100 or below is considered normal, I believe, somewhere between, I think, 80 and 100, or maybe it's 70 and 100, something like that. I would love to have like 70 in the morning. That'd be great. But anyway, as I've slowly lowered my blood sugar, I've also realized some interesting things. When my blood sugar gets closer to 100, I start kind of feeling off, kind of like I feel off when my blood sugar goes high. So my body's like slowly adapting to the changes. That's really all I have for you. I hope everyone had great holidays, Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Hope it was good. Everything was good here. Like I said, I just kind of ate reasonable. I mean, there was some days, obviously, where all that went out the window, and that reflects some of my weight, readings, like the 125 on New Year's Eve. I think I'd already had some food and beverages, so it's kind of like, why even bother? But just to be consistent with the weigh-ins, I went ahead and weighed myself anyway, knowing it was going to be a bad deal. Everything else kind of went as planned. I mean, I knew I'd gain a little bit of weight through the holidays because I decided I wasn't going to just totally restrict everything and try to stay super strict throughout the holidays, and just try to keep it somewhat moderate. So anyway, that's all I have for you guys for this week, and look forward to next week's video to see how that ends up going. And then in the following video, I'll let you know how the diet new plan thing is working and exactly what it is in greater detail, and we'll have to see how sustainable it is. I have an idea of how I want to do it, so I'm going to go into it like kind of more or less make that the primary part of the next, not the next video, but the following video that you're going to see. So if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I try to get back to everybody. I will see you in the next video. Take care.